start with this breaking news on the city's west side. Chopper 7 over railroad tracks in the Austin neighborhood where several train cars appear to have been broken into. Several people we were watching live on the air in our 4:30 newscast are getting away with what appeared to be boxes of goods out of a green freight train car. We don't know exactly what was inside those train cars. Been a number of break-ins along this stretch of railroad tracks in recent weeks. In August, we did a story about a similar situation where police did investigate several situations like this. So this is video from earlier. Our chopper was above this before police arrived. We saw well over a dozen people pulling boxes out. You see them up on the top of that train car, then lowering it down. So here's live. Push in and see if we can find some police officers. There they are. So police have arrived at this scene. This has happened really just in the last 10 or 15 minutes.
You can see some officers appear to be frantic. They're running, trying to get some information, and we don't know what's happening with this car that's pulling away right here. We're going to continue.
Okay.
Yeah, let's break away from this, right?
Well, we'll pull out. We're going to stay with this, but the camera will pull out here.
See their officers pulling out their weapons there just a moment ago. There appear to be several vehicles that are pulling away from that scene. Officers appear to have just arrived, some of them in uniform, some more undercover in clothing.
So earlier there was no police presence, but several vehicles. So push in and we'll see some of the goods that have now been abandoned right there outside the train car.
Looks like perhaps those are empty boxes that were left behind, or boxes that may still have some goods in them. But Rob, you were saying earlier that open container we were just looking at is where we saw people taking goods out of. There seemed to be an assembly line of people just handing items out. Earlier
in the summer at Lawler and Kinsey, not far from here, this is Lake and Lockwood, there were people stealing TVs, and what we saw earlier was boxes that they kind of, and we don't know what's in these boxes, but clearly they don't belong to these people who are just taking them out of train cars. This is the video from earlier, Michelle, right? Yeah, this was just a few minutes ago, maybe about 15 minutes ago, before the police department arrived. So we're going to keep an eye on this both live and let you know an update when we get it.